guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of Sleds. We're still out here in beautiful Steinhatchee, Florida. We're checking out the chasing fish fleet over here. This is their 40-foot Razorcat. It is monstrous when it's out of the water and just an absolute beast on the water. We're gonna have Captain Chase over here give us a walkthrough of it and see what they've done to make it their own.
All right guys, so we're inside of this boat, and just to go over some of the history behind the boat, they build these boats in Louisiana in a little town called New Iberia. They mainly specialize in just fabrication, so they'll rig a boat if you want them to rig a boat, but they're mainly just aluminum welders that have got into building boats. And I first seen one of these whenever I went on a trip over in Louisiana, and there was a Freeman that pulled up to the dock, and next thing you know, there was a Razorcat that came out of the corner, and when it pulled up to the dock, it was sitting about a foot or two taller than that, and I'm like, what in the world is that? That ain't no Freeman. I knocked on it, and I was like, that ain't a fiberglass boat, that's an aluminum boat. Like, what is this? When I was first getting into the charter business, I had a WorldCat, 33-foot WorldCat, which did an awesome job for me when I first started out. But I always was like kind of looking in the boat market for maybe something bigger, faster, that could expand on my capabilities as far as like being able to fish for different fish, go farther, go deeper. So we looked into doing a Razorcat, and after I went and talked to Jory who builds the boat, I just knew that this was definitely the route we were gonna go. Mainly one, because it's a whole lot cheaper than a Freeman and you still get about the same size and quality. Obviously it's a whole lot rougher of a finish. It's not meant to stay pretty, it's just meant to get the job done. We had them painted while they were there, but we towed it back and we rigged it out here at our marina at Sea Hag. We all put everything in. It's not like we have to call the boat manufacturer and say, hey, why is this rig this, or where's this switch at, or where's this fuse at? We pretty know the ins and outs of this whole thing. So that's pretty much the backstory of how I acquired a Razorcat. When I was in the WorldCat, I always dreamed to catch a swordfish out of Steinhatchee, because I liked watching Nick Stanzik when I was younger. No one's ever caught a swordfish in Steinhatchee, and I always knew that there had to be somewhere that a swordfish came close. We ended up finding out that the swordfish live about 180 miles out of our area. Once I got the Razorcat, I knew I had a range of about probably around 200 miles. In the first year, we experimented by going way out there and not knowing if they're out there or not, but we ended up catching our first swordfish aboard this boat. That's probably one of my things that I'll hold on to as a charter captain in my career, is like one of those proud moments. Out of Steinhatchee, we do like 100-mile runs daily, having double row seating where our clients can sit in a seat, and then also they can sit on the back of the seat and be in a somewhat comfortable position for a 100-mile stretch is a big game changer. Don't get me wrong, the Easy Ride bean bags are really nice for really long rides, but just having that option of having a seat or a bean bag is really nice. You see, even with double row seating, you get a really big stern area. We have a ton of rod holders all over the boat. Bottom fishing, you're gonna need all your bottom rods. You'll have flat lines, you'll have trolling rods. We got live wells on each side. We use one as a trash can, we use this one for bait. Other than that, all over this boat, you'll see logos from all of our sponsors. We'll have customers that like to put their name in the sea deck. We got over here in this corner, yours truly, sword fishing over there. Other than that, we're a big Mercury sponsor. We have the V10s on the boat. I've had them for 2 years now. They have just over 4,000 hours and still look really good. And so probably another year or so, we're gonna keep running these engines, hopefully get around that 6,000 hour mark, and then we'll eventually repower the boat. Another big sponsor of ours that we love is Simrad, and we have 2 nice 24-inch displays right here. We got a really nice depth finder machine that displays the fish really good. Simrad's really done us really well over the years. So one thing that we added in this boat that I always thought would be a cool feature was we put a little insulated cooler right here. And so for being a full-time captain where like my only downtime is when we're running, having this little cooler where I could put my food and snacks and drinks for the day, and plus the mates. You know, this is just awesome. Like, I'm really proud of in the design of this, thinking about this. And you ask anybody who runs the boat, even the other guys that run the boat for me sometimes, they love the Razorcat just for the fact that it has a nice luxury of having a cooler right here in the center. Last year we upgraded the Freeman with the trolling motor, and Minn Kota came out with an auto deploy for offshore fishing, and so we first tested it on the Freeman because the Freeman's a little bit smaller, our 37. It's a 100-inch auto deploy trolling motor that will anchor in literally like 4 to 6 foot seas on the Freeman. As soon as I ran a couple charters on the Freeman with the auto deploy trolling motor, I was like, man, I gotta see if I can make it work on the Razorcat. So the Razorcat sits a whole lot higher in the water than the Freeman, but the 100-inch shaft on the Razorcat, it still holds. It doesn't hold quite in, like, you know, that really rough stuff. It's pretty much max seas is probably 3 foot, but even on those calm days, having the ability to just tap the button to launch the trolling motor, anchor us, and your time efficiency is just insane, because instead of me having to drive and keep us on the spot or take a bunch of time throwing the anchor out, I can be hands on deck and be like an extra mate on the boat while we're flipping and fishing. If you fish a lot, you know the bites don't always last all day. So most times you gotta make it, you know, the most happen in that 1 hour. So having this trolling motor is a big upgrade to any offshore boat. Overall, I've loved my Razorcat. Will it be the boat I use forever? I don't know. And I always like to improve and do stuff different. And I'm never just satisfied with staying the same old, because I want my customers to have a cooler, different experience every time they come with me. So that's my 2 cents, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you're thinking about a Razorcat in the future, I hope this helps. I always wished I had a video of someone explaining the benefits and I guess the downsides of having a boat like this, because when I bought one, all I was trusting is one captain's opinion of who had one, but no videos, no explanations. So I hope this helps, and I hope, you know, it's just cool to understand what we do here in Chasing Fish Charters.
All right, dude. Well, thank you so much for walking us through the boat. I mean, it sounds like y'all got a lot of exciting plans, and I'm looking forward to see where the future of this thing goes.
If you're interested in going on a charter with us, our phone number is 352-672-7449, and you'll get a hold of Brett. He does all of our bookings, and we have both the boats that are available to do snapper trips, grouper trips, long range, deep drop trips, and then we also have our Marina Sea Hag here, that place to stay at right next door to where we leave out of. So
yeah,
we just appreciate you guys coming down to do this video, and
yeah, man,
y'all enjoy it.
Dude, you always take care of us. Thank you so much. We'll be down here soon. We're gonna get after them, like always. Well, boys, that wraps up episode 2 of the Sword Sleds. That's the end of the Chasing Fish fleet for now, at least. If they end up adding another one, we'll definitely be back and check them out. Definitely check out Sea Hag Marina. Book a charter with these guys. They'll take great care of you. Be sure to let us know what boats y'all want to see next, and we'll do our best to get out there and go tour them. Thank you.